So tonight I'm going to present about the 10 steps to achieving anything in life. So the first one, it's called purpose. So you have to find why you are doing ATOMY, right? What is the purpose that you are doing it? You have to think that if your purpose is pulling you to the future, or is it pulling you to the back or to your past? Because some people, they're still attached to the past. So if your purpose is pulling you to the back, you're not going to grow. Or the other one, it's pulling you to the side. It's called distraction. So the more powerful the purpose, the more pull the future, what it should be. So once you define your purpose, it will get your mind and your heart, then your spirit working together. There's nothing you cannot achieve once you already find the purpose. I remember when I was joining ATOMY, I didn't have any purpose. All I think was I just become employee all my life. And I just keep working Monday to Friday. You know, weekends, spend time with friends, families, and then keep repeating, paying the bills, paying the mortgage, paying the car loan or anything, credit cards, right? That was my purpose before I met ATOMY. But when I found the ATOMY, I dig down what's my purpose. It has to be something that's pulling me to the future. If you remember one of the CEO Park VODs, it tells you have to live in the future. Because if you live in the past, you're not going to grow. You're not going to achieve any success. But if you already make the purpose set in your mind in the future, that's going to be reality. The stronger the purpose, it will pull more to the future. So you have to think, if you're going to the side or even worse, going to the back, that means you have the wrong purpose, right? You have to rethink about what's your purpose. So the next one is self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence means you're feeling good about yourself. So how do you have this self-confidence? You have to build it. It doesn't come naturally. Some people might have the confidence, but most of us, we don't, right? Like for instance, if you know that if you want to be healthy, what do? You take Hemohim every day, twice a day, right? And you take probiotics, omega-3, if you know your problem with your cholesterol, or milk thistle, I-lutein. There's so much more. Once you already have those supplements that you know that you're a healthy person, at least you're trying to be healthy, right? So that's one of the self-confidence. It means a willingness to do whatever it takes to achieve what you want. But like I said, how do you build the self-confidence? In ATOMY, we have the success system. You have seminars, we have the Success Academy, even we have Siat's ATOMY website. It never closed 24/7. You learn from there, right? You attend seminar, or if you want, you can read the books. Or just like me, I open YouTube every day just to learn any educational that bring value to my life, right? I learn about how to manage money. I learn about how to become a good leader. I learn about how to speak in front of people, right? You have to build your self-confidence. Or you could go to extra class. I remember I attended Toastmaster sessions a few times just to build my confidence to speak in front of people, right? Because most people, they are not naturally born with like public speaking skill. You can learn that, right, over time. Or you consult with people who know more, or our leaders like uplines. They already been in ATOMY more than us. You can talk to them. In the seminar, one-day seminar, usually I talk to the speakers, how they had the problem before they achieve the success, or talk to everyone that you meet that who know more than you. So it means self-confidence is you to rise above the circumstances, right? Most people are drawn by the circumstances, but once you have self-confidence, you are actually rising above the circumstances. The next one is enthusiasm. If you can imagine an iceberg, if you see a tip of an iceberg, but if you go deep inside the sea, you will see that the iceberg tip is only made up 10%. The 90% is submerged under the water, right? More powerful. So that means the inside, it will be more powerful and will affect people than what's seen on the outside. But how do you have this enthusiasm? It's created by the self-confidence and also by your purpose. So that's why the first one is purpose, self-confidence, then you will have enthusiasm. But you have to be genuine if you want to help other people. Because in ATOMY, it's not about you. It's all about sharing. It's about giving out to others people, right? You're helping them to live better lives, maybe financially or health, right? But have to be genuine. That comes really deep from inside your heart, that you want to help them. Mostly, enthusiasm is very quiet and is never heard, because what people see is only the 10% of the iceberg. So if you see people like they don't have any, enthusiasm, when you talk to them, you can tell that that person doesn't have any enthusiasm at all, right? Imagine if I'm going to meet a person, but my attitude like, oh man, I'm so tired today. Have you heard about ATOMY? And that person said, what is ATOMY? ATOMY is a shopping online. You just Google it, you will know. Do you think that person will be excited to know more about ATOMY? But imagine if I'm like this, hey, how you been doing? Have you heard about ATOMY? And then you're excited explaining about ATOMY. ATOMY is an online business that never closes and you can make residual income. That enthusiasm that you have to show it to them, right? If that show, that means your 90% inside you is already built automatically, right? So you have to build it. Then the next one is expertise. Expertise means it's a skill that you expert. It means that you want to excel in all the skills and you don't settle for nothing less than outstanding performance. Let me repeat it again. You do not settle for anything less than outstanding performance. That means you have to be the best in your field. You have to be excellent in skill. All the skill that you want to develop. Let's say, I never dream of standing in front of hundreds of people, right? But in reality, if you want to be successful, you have to be able to be speaking in front of people. That's why I went to the Toastmaster sessions, because I want to learn self-confidence. And then I want to be expert in this field. So that's why I learned it. And it's not just learning one day or once a week or once a month. Every day that you have, because I don't want to settle anything less than any poor performance. I have to be the best in any field. Or if you want to be good in recruiting, you can learn from YouTube or you can learn from your uplines. How do you talk to people? How do you influence their mindset, right? How do you, not forcing, I mean like, how do you influence others to do what you want, right? That's one of the skill. You can learn that. You have to be in your best skill in that field if you want to be a good recruiter. There are so many things in this world that you can learn, right? That's only one of them. So the next one is well prepared. It seems like a long time that it never comes to you. It's because it takes time to prepare. You don't just become well in doing anything that you do. You have to prepare. Let's say you want to be good in math. You don't just suddenly become good at math. So you have to, elementary school, you learn a little bit about math, and then go secondary school, and then high school, university. To be the expert in that math field, it takes a long time, right? It takes time to prepare. Or let's say you are in charge of a meeting in the center. You have to prepare all the material. You cannot just show up and then prepare at the site. No, it's not like that. You have to be well prepared. Or maybe you, like me, I always have toothpaste and toothbrush in my trunk because I want to be well prepared in case I meet a prospect, I have something to give them, something to share to them, right? Or flyers. You cannot just think, okay, I'm gonna scroll down all my photo album and then find, and then the prospect probably already gone, right? If you're not well prepared. So always prepare for success. That's very important. Or prepare for the workshop, seminars, meeting, Success Academy. If you know that next week is Success Academy, what do you have to prepare, right? You make a list. All those you have to be well prepared. Because you know this, I like this saying, life doesn't wish to waste success on the unprepared people. They're not prepared to do the right thing with it, nor use the fortune wisely, right? Let me repeat again. Life doesn't wish to waste success on the unprepared people. Why is that? Because success only comes to the prepared people, the well-prepared people. So how do you become yourself well-prepared? You learn. Everything can be learned. And you just discipline yourself, right? If you think this is not enough, maybe it takes another hour, right? Just be well-prepared in everything. Because life was designed not to give what we want or what we need, but life was designed to give what we deserve. If you don't deserve success, life will not give you success. You have to be well prepared for success. That's why you have to prepare for a long time before the success comes to you. I have a lot of friends, or even me before, right? My old self. So I always want to receive, right? Most of us, we want to receive, right? We don't want to give mostly, right? If people ask you for donation, probably say, let me think it again, because we all only focus on receiving. But this is something that I learned. Those who gives will receive, right? And don't concentrate on just receiving. Just become a good giver. Then you will receive. I like this saying, the scripture in the Bible, it says, those who search will find. If you never search, you'll never find. How do you find it? You just go to the class, take any class after hour or after work class to learn more about the skills that you wanted, or you go to the seminars, read a book, go anywhere where a good idea is being taught, or go searching online. Keep looking, because those who search will find. If you never search, you never find it. Because good ideas are not going to be wasted on those who are not seeking or searching. Trust me on this. Only those who search and who seeks. So be prepared for yourself to be ready for the fortune to come or opportunity that will come. Because when it comes, it will pass along to those who are not prepared. Example, you cannot go to the 10th grade unless you're already at the 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. You cannot just go jump to the 10th grade. You got to go through all the grades and the process and being well prepared on each grade for next grade. When you're at 5th grade, then you have to be well prepared for the 6th grade. And then you will be well prepared for the 7th grade. Keep going until the 10th grade. How many mastership in anatomy? 7, right? You cannot wish that you be an imperial master unless you are good at sales master. You're well prepared being a sales master, and then you well prepared being a diamond master and general and so on until you become imperial master. If you have watched the VOD of imperial master, you know they're all well prepared. They're not like one night born success, overnight success people. No, they're made for a very long time. Mostly they're like 10 years, right? That is very long time. But do they not learn anything? No, I guarantee they all learn something. They have skill, right? Even though in the beginning you don't have any skill to start. Like one of my lecturers said, you don't need any skill to start anatomy. But yes, in order to go to the next grade, which is the next mastership, you have to be well prepared for the next one, and so on and so on until you become Imperial Master. Then the next one, it will be self-reliance. What it means, it's simply look mostly to yourself. You are responsible for everything that happens. That's pretty much self-reliance. Well, it would be nice if someone just give you this or give you that, and everyone did their job for you, you know, exactly what they're supposed to do. It will be nice, right? But not, the reality, that's not like that. This is what you should do. You mainly rely on yourself. You can say this: I'm the person responsible. I'm the person responsible for this. I'm person responsible for setting up the meeting, for taking on a lecture on the Zoom meeting, right? You don't wait until you got appointed. You, next Wednesday, you take this product or VOD. No, you take this as your business. Okay, I'm self-responsible, or I'm being a self-reliance. Next week, I'm gonna take VODs. Next week, I'm gonna do the product. Next week, I do the system, or so on, right? So you take charge instead of being appointed. Then you will learn the skills to help other people learn their skills. So self-reliance is mainly learning to count on yourself, and you never complain and never explain. Don't try to complain or don't try to explain. The next one will be self-image. It's very important how other people see you. If they don't see you as a leader, they will not pay any attention at all. If they don't see you being in control, they will not have trust on you. If they don't see you as knowing where you're going, where your goal is, and what you want to accomplish, they will not follow you. Whatever you say, they're not going to follow you, right? But if people can see you, that you have the image that you are in charge or in control of life and your future and destiny, also your situation, that kind of image is so powerful. Anything you say, they'll do it. You gotta have that kind of image. People only want to be around people in control and know how to use their power and influence. Also, it's very important the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you think, your capacity of learning. That's very, very important. All this I just mentioned above, it all can be learned. It's not something that rocket science is. You can learn it. You can read books. Even now it's easier. You can go YouTube, Google it, or listen to any personal development videos and in YouTube every day. You will see the difference. Attend classes or seminars, Success Academy, centers, programs. Attend all of those. Then you will learn all the skills. Because how you appear to other people is very important, right? It's very important. But this is more important than that. How you appear to yourself is the most important. The next one will be character. How do you have a good character? You become a person of high value, a person of principle, a person of honesty, and a person of respect. CEO Park didn't make ATOMY in just one night and then he said, okay, let's get together, 10 people make a company called ATOMY. No, he made the system or the compensation plan, what is called the righteous compensation plan. It's called the righteous. It's not just compensation plan, but this is the righteous one. It means this is the only one that's right. That's what I mean, the righteous. Where everyone in ATOMY can make money and succeed, regardless what's your background, regardless if you have any skills, regardless if you have any money or experience, you will make money and you will succeed in ATOMY. And how does CEO Park accommodate that? All the seminars are paid by the company. And we all know there's no registration fee when you join. There's no monthly fee every month, right? and there's no purchase requirement every month that you have to make in order to get the commission. No, right? And it's unlimited leverage. Whatever the PV under you, it will be accumulated as your group PV, regardless the level. It's called unlimited leverage. And there's no PV flushing for the group PV until your commission paid out. So he already made all these tools for every individual to succeed in ATOMY. If he didn't make these tools, I wouldn't be joining ATOMY. Totally. I use the product because it's good quality and a cheaper price. Why not, right? But business-wise, why? No. But because of this, the one I just mentioned, all above, I had to succeed in ATOMY. So he built ATOMY as a company that values people and teaches them how to be humble by contributing and serving others. This is the proof. If you remember the ATOMY company mottos, the first one, he said, carries the spirit. What that means is you do not use people as a tool for your own good. That's cherish the spirit. The second one on the company motto is create the vision. You have your dreams and plan for it. You don't just have dream and then gone. That's just daydreaming. But you have to plan for it. Then the third one of the company motto is follow the faith. You don't give up until you get there. That's what that means. And the last one, the fourth one in company motto is serve in humility. It doesn't matter how successful you have become, always stay humble. Be true to yourself and contribute to others in need. You don't focus on yourself anymore, but you focus on helping others below you. Because when you do this, people will see you as an honest, fair, and a person that's willing to do the right things and being helpful and always willing to walk in the center line. You don't cross the line just to cut in corners, because sometimes people want to speed up the process. They cut corners, they neglect to do the right things. They cheat over here, over there, and they cross the line a little bit for things to go faster. That's not the character we want in ATOMY. Doing ATOMY right will build your fortune longer and stronger than trying to cut corners and not doing it right. Because if you have the integrity to do ATOMY the right thing from the beginning, on the marketing and the compensation plan, in the system, and not trying to steal other members to your lineage, I know some of us do, but because others will see you as a good character and integrity. That's what it means to have a good character. We cannot do this by ourselves. That's why we need a team. It's called awesome team, right? We are all awesome. And also we need other partners and leaders that have a right character to succeed. So don't try to be a lone ranger. You think you can succeed alone in ATOMY. You need to have a good team, a strong team, right? So keep building and developing your own character. Then you will have a good character in ATOMY. The next one will be self-discipline. We all have challenges in this, even me, right? Like we see every day there's unbalanced PVs, left and right. Left is sometimes stronger, right? Sometimes stronger than left. You know, we all have temptation when somebody else, let's say I have a downline that asked me to buy hemohim from my left leg. I know my left leg is already too much PV. I could tell her, okay, I'll order your PV, but I quietly put the PV on my right just to balance my lineage, right? She doesn't know because she doesn't care. All she cares is she get the hemohim, right? But to have a self-discipline, you know that's not right. Even though your left leg has too much PV, that's her PV. You have to put it under her ID, not somebody else's ID on your right, just to make a balance so you get the commission. Even though if she doesn't care about the PV, it's still her right. So that's one of the examples that I explained about self-discipline. You have to be disciplined in PVs. Or if there's a new prospect that's supposed to be on one line because they are all the same community, right? Because that your other leg is weaker, you just put her or him on the other leg just to make your lineage balance. That's another undisciplined example. You separate them on the weaker leg, so you just balance out your lineage. What happened next? Those people become competitor. They're not gonna work together. You're supposed to make them as a team, but because you separate them on the other leg, then they become competitor. Then who take the loss? You, right? That's another example of undiscipline. So each person must develop the self-discipline to do their part, not other people's part, your part, right? It's your job to do the self-discipline. Then the last one, it'll be extraordinary performance. What that means is you only demand excellent result in yourself. That's extraordinary. Because if you want to live extraordinary, you must do extraordinary things, right? If you want extraordinary income, what do? You must do extraordinary things. You must go with the demands of what it takes to have the extraordinary performance, right? I can tell you what it's like to finally achieve the first mastership in ATOMY, which is sales master, but you must demand it yourself. You cannot just listen to people what it's like to be a sales master, diamond master, Sharon Rose. You have to demand it yourself that you want to be in that position. I'm gonna close with 6 wisdom. These are the wisdoms. The first one is, the society doesn't demand that you don't have a heart attack. But if you want to escape having a heart attack, you must demand it yourself. The society doesn't demand that you take Hemohim every day and improve your health. You must demand it of yourself. The society doesn't demand that you exercise and you jog every morning. But if you want a good health, you must demand it of yourself. The society doesn't demand that you read a couple books a week or listen to videos every day and improve your intelligence and knowledge. But if you want to improve, you must demand it of yourself. The society doesn't demand that you build a financial wall around your family that nothing can get through. You must demand it of yourself. The society doesn't demand that you learn this 10 skill that I just explained. But if you want to achieve anything in your life, you must demand it of yourself.